certain age, you have to give them the talk. And usually people think that is the talk of the birds and the bees. But when you are a young black man in Chicago, there has to be the talk of what it looks like when you start becoming 12 and 13 and people are scared of you, cops are criminalizing you, you're getting stopped and frisked. And I unfortunately didn't get that talk, but I did get the other negative outcomes that come from the police. My first interaction with the police was when I was 12. Me and my friend were biking down an alley and we got hit by a car. And so there was, people called the police, we waited, we gave the cops all our information, and to find out at the end that we were being sued for damages to the car. And the police officer then pulled us aside and told us he's heard stories of packs of young boys running around the neighborhood and that he didn't want these savages in his neighborhood and that we needed to find a new place to hang out. And this is when we're 12 and 13. Another incident was when I was a little bit older, going into high school. My first day of high school, I was brought from my school in handcuffs to a police station and interrogated for multiple hours about a crime I didn't commit, along with my friend, who unfortunately, he made a false confession, and that was his first involvement in the justice system. And now that same friend is facing up to 40 to 60 years on a different crime. So it shows when they catch you in young and they funnel you through, and the revolving door really does work, and it goes straight from kicked out of school to detention center to a juvenile facility to an adult facility. One more, I saw a lot of similarities between what was happening with the youth in Palestine and the youth in Chicago. And one of the biggest ones was this idea of throwing stones. And both the youth in both these places are faced under oppressive systems that are pushing them out of their neighborhoods, that are criminalizing them. And there's really an anger, a deep-seated hate to fight back. And the simplest thing to do that is pick up a rock and throw it. And me and my friends didn't have tanks in our neighborhoods to throw rocks at, but we were throwing rocks at police cars. We didn't have walls separating our city, but we do have invisible walls that say don't go past this certain point. And we went past and threw rocks at those houses. And I think the picking up of a rock is just a seed to start a revolutionary movement that could only be pushed by the youth who are seeing this through fresh eyes and not so jaded to it as a lot of adults are. And I think that's why we're being so criminalized, being so attacked and put down, is because the young people in Palestine and the youth of color in the city of Chicago have the power inside of them to change the system and change the world and change a lot of other things that are affecting a massive amount of people. And the stifling that comes from prison is really halting that before it gets to start. Thank you.